What I learned filming a football team's preseason in Spain for a month. So just for a bit of context, I work as a video producer for the Vancouver Whitecaps, and I've been doing that for a year now. So this year I was lucky enough to get sent to their preseason camp in Spain for 3.5 weeks and just document their journey, try and create some content around what they were doing, just to kind of introduce the season and hype up the new season. And this whole video is just about things that I learned while I was there. And the first thing I learned is edit as you go. So my job there was to kind of document their journey, to create a couple weekly recap videos while they were there. And so throughout the week as I was shooting, I was always editing what I shot and updating the edit pretty much every day or every other day, just to give myself an update on where I was at and what new shots I needed. Every time I'm shooting, I'm kind of editing in my head and trying to figure out what I need, but I found that actually putting things onto a timeline, adding music, starting to piece together the story of the week made it a lot clearer as to what shots I needed to get the next day. Do I need to get more shots of this particular player? Do I need to get wider shots of the entire group? Do I need to focus on the goalkeepers or on the strikers? Editing as you go allows you to just give yourself context as to where you're at in the edit, and I think when you go on these types of shoots that you don't have the opportunity to plan, you're kind of just documenting the journey as you go. It's important to kind of make the story as you go along, and the only way to do that, I think, is to continually edit and update what the story is as you go. And then you'll find that you're going to be able to shape the story a little bit more through your cinematography, but also through the editing. Audio will make your edit, especially in sports where you want to have super fast, quick cuts to create some excitement, create some intensity with your edit. Audio is going to be your best friend. So yeah, that's my biggest tip. Definitely have a mic on your camera. That's going to help with your sound design so much. But then also add in more sound effects, whooshes, little like risers. You know what? I'll just play some sound effects that I used right now. Let the action unfold in front of you. You don't always have to be moving your camera and tracking the action that's happening on screen. Instead, you can just kind of leave your camera static and let the action unfold in front of you. And this is easier said than done, especially in a sport like football, but sometimes you'll just be able to know where the action is going to be happening in front of you. You could just set up a nice frame and wait till it happens. One example of this is in the goalkeeper trainings, they ended up doing a lot of repetitions of the same dives. So I was able to frame the shot that I wanted and just wait for the keeper to dive into frame, and it ended up being a scene that I really enjoyed and one of the best parts of my edit, I think. Okay, number 4, always try to tell a story. If I went through and created these edits just as a montage of the guys training every week, I think the edits wouldn't have been as interesting. So I was always trying to think of what story could be told. So getting interviews from coaches that explain what they're going to be doing that week, using past footage from the past season to kind of contextualize what this preseason means. But yeah, just anything you can to help tell the story and drive the story forward and, I don't know, contextualize what the players are doing will just make your video so much more interesting, in my opinion. And the nice shots that you have and the flashy edits will have some sort of meaning, and the audience will find that way more interesting, in my opinion. And number 5, this one is quite obvious and pretty much applies to almost every type of filmmaking, I think, but it's just to get a variety of shots, get close-ups, get wides, tell the story of where you are, but also show the emotion on your characters' faces. Get close-ups of their feet, their face, get medium shots, get shots of the manager, get shots of the players, get shots of people watching if there's people in the stands. Just as many different shots as you can to tell the story will always help when you get to the edit. Another way to add variety is to kind of break the rules a bit and create a shot that is a little bit unexpected, such as these shots that I added a bunch of motion blur to. I did this just by reducing the shutter speed to like 1/4 and let the action happen in front of the camera, so the players looked really blurred. Another option is if you actually pan your camera while the player's running across, they're going to be a little bit more in frame. You can kind of tell who it is, but the background is going to be completely blurred, which is a cool effect and definitely helps when you're trying to piece together a more hype or intense edit. And lastly, it's important to work hard and create the best videos that you possibly can, but it's also important to kind of let loose a little bit and create some fun videos. Some examples of this was when we were teasing some of the new signings that were joining the club.
What's that ringing noise?
We worked together with the equipment department, and they're all super funny guys and had a bunch of really cool ideas for how to tease these stories. Super low budget, on the fly, kind of just not super put together, professionally produced videos, but they worked really well and they received great reception. I got a bunch of texts from people saying that they love these videos. I think we filmed 3 videos in about 45 minutes, and then the edits all took about 10 to 15 minutes each. They worked super well and told the story and got people excited, and people love them. Basically what I'm trying to say is it's important to go super hard and create the best edits you possibly can, but it's also important just to have fun and make videos that people want to watch, that people will enjoy, and that's not always necessarily the flashiest edits and the most, perfect cinematography. Sometimes it's just people want to have a good time and watch something, unpolished, but with some meaning behind it. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. Super grateful that I got to go to Spain and shoot with the players for about a month. Definitely a great experience, and I learned quite a lot. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to try and do more videos like this where I'm just talking to you guys about stuff that I've shot, stuff that I'm working on, stuff I'm learning. I think this is kind of like the new direction of my channel. I want to improve myself as a filmmaker, and I think documenting that journey is going to be super fun, and it'll help me. This is kind of just my reflection of the last month that I spent in Spain, but I think and I hope that it can help some of you guys as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, comment too if this is kind of videos you're interested in. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks. Bye.